Hello everybody, LegoBro here, and today we're going to be looking at an old map of mine. That looks really weird. Look, I'm floating. The old shift animation was... Okay, enough of that. We're going to be looking at Creeper Bunker. And this is going to be developer commentary. And... sure, let's hire him. 13 days is a long time. So I cheated in a few gold coins. You normally don't start with 8 stacks, but the reason for that is that... Actually, I like these more. I don't want this to be super difficult. I want it to be pretty laid back. Because this game is really designed to be somewhat difficult. So here you can hire people. You might recognize some of these skins from popular YouTubers. Here you can buy medical supplies and also hire a field medic, which slowly heals you. This is just gun range, basically. Here you've got upgrades for your weapon. I'm actually going to buy that for later. And buy a couple of these. The flashlight upgrade makes you pretty laggy, so I won't buy it. So I'm going to buy Golden Desert Eagle. Buy a few of these. Because I use it the most. And what else? Shotgun would be fun. MP5? Sure. Nothing else. I mean, I won't buy anything else. Buy a couple more of these because I burn through ammo pretty quickly in this game. So the reason I cheated in, I already told you the reason for that. I'm gonna try to talk to you guys like my game decisions, rather than just me playing it, because I know what to expect from this map, and you guys are just seeing it for maybe the first time. That shouldn't be like that. Here's where you sell all of your items from drops from other guys. There's just stuff up there. So I use carpenter's blocks. And before I go too much into depths, excuse me, I want to tell you guys that this is the first map I've made where I actually used... Can you upgrade these? No, not really. Used mods to make it. I'm not even going to worry about carrying the knife, I don't think. And the USP I'm just going to leave. So the mods I chose were flans, chisel, and carpenter's blocks. And this is 1.7. I don't even know if some of these are available still. So here there's going to be text the entire time, and this is the first area that you go through. It's pretty difficult. I mean, you take quite a bit of damage. You don't have to worry about food that much though, so that's nice. I turned my volume way down, so you shouldn't be able to hear it. Or you should still be able to hear me. Bit of lag there. And so they drop different types of ammo that don't work for some reason. There's a guy over there, and so there's hidden weapons throughout the game. And the first one that you can find is this one, which is like Han Solo's gun. And it's actually a 357 Magnum. I'm going to remove the silencer from it, because silencer reduces damage. And actually, I was going to put a red dot on my deagle and put ACOG on here. And I'll just throw this out. I shouldn't really have that. I was gonna do something else with a different mod, so I've got more mods than I need installed. But okay, so after this forge area, which took quite a bit of time to make, I think I hollowed it out with TNT for the most part. I wanted it to be really industrial. So after that area, you go through here, and this is supposed to be just some sort of underground bunker type area. And the snipers do quite a bit of damage. Actually, there's a baseball bat back here. I won't grab it. Oh, I guess I did. Let's use this. There we go. And there's a sniper over there. So the idea is that you could... Oh, it's loud. You could either hide around and take out these guys down here and then come up here and open the door, because there's a garage door that you open over there. Or you can go up here first and then run around all the guys later. I decided to make these ammunition dispensers, and these actually take... you can buy ammo randomly, or you can break them and get one piece of every ammo. Here's another weapon. Mini Uzi. Actually, I think I'm just going to dump it out. I don't really need that. There's a health pack in here. I'm going to grab more stuff. So it's supposed to be you run around and just find a lot of stuff. Those are pretty cool. Those vehicles, I think they do spawn actually. But you can get in them and shoot, actually, which is cool. So that shotgun does a lot of damage. Let's go. The problem with opening stuff and then jumping down is that you have to deal with a lot of guys. It's really loud. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. For me, at least. Music and sounds. Let's turn it down to 20. So each, there's like 3 missions, and each mission has a boss. And so the boss for the first one is this guy. This is heavily inspired by the Flyboys YouTube series. And these beacons are basically the way to get to the next area. And okay, that was weird. Oh, I think I have to, yeah. The commands got unloaded and then get reloaded. Okay, so there's like little stations like this where you can change out your weapons and store stuff. Ender chests are stay with you. So if you die, instead of just losing all of your items, you get to keep some of them. I don't think I'm going to use all of this. And actually, I'll just leave that behind. Keep my inventory relatively clear. So, in here you got cargo. I'm going to take the stick out, you'll see why. And I decided for this area that I wanted to go with a slightly more base, military base type aesthetic, so you can see it kind of lined up. And what's really cool is that you get to sit on the back of the car and take out some of these guys, but I don't really need to worry too much about that. I'll take them out with this gun. So I tried to scale up some of the weapons to be more useful the later you get, so you have a reason to throw out older ones or to not really use them as much. There's a guy up there, I don't know if he'll come down. And you should have a guy right here. There's usually a shotgun here. There we go. Don't need that. This is really hard to design pretty decent looking. Well, it wasn't hard to design. I just didn't want to spend too much time with it. Designing really quick buildings and crates. So I actually used a world edit function that basically did all of this randomization for me. And that was kind of interesting to do because it was a bunch of different specifications. So these guys are all the same. I just copied and pasted them with custom NPCs. That guy's pretty easy to take out. There's a guy over there. Oh, I missed. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. I was kind of zoned out for a bit there. Let me take a drink. Okay, I'm back. So all the guys are the same. And finally this guy. And by that I mean each of the enemies are just a copy of another enemy. So there's not that much diversity, but the diversity comes from the actual layout of the level and having to be quick and dealing with a bunch of crazy enemies in weird spots. So like this area is supposed to be kind of difficult because you're pushed between all of these guys here behind areas, and then the guys right next to them. I think that's the first, or actually it's the second doctor. And the doctors slowly heal the enemies. Where's he at? There you are. She, I should say. So I just designed them to be like one of every type, and the skins are the same, all their stats are the same until you reach a certain point, which we'll reach before too long. And so once you pass through here, this is when I was like, let's actually go for the name of the map and start really progressing, like make sure that that makes sense now. So you start to see, because we just entered into a bunker, and you start to see creepers like this, and you wonder like what's going on. And there should be a security guy, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna put him in here and ammo in there just because I'm not gonna use them. Yeah, I probably try not to use too much of the same stuff, but there we go. Oh, it's gonna shoot a bunch. So throughout, this guy talks a bunch, and I guess he keeps spamming because I'm going back and forth. These crates, carpenter safes, I think normally you can't open them, but because it's me playing, I can, and I'm the one who locked them. So right here, there's a guy. This is a very inspired room. I got much of inspiration from Iscals, or Iscals. Used its Iscalium. Ooh. There we go. And then we've got another Securitron that we can just kill. Okay, down there. Heavy gunner. So heavy gunners are supposed to be pretty annoying. They do a lot of damage if you get stuck behind something, but each of their individual bullets don't really do that much damage. Oh, that scared me. Yeah. So once you fall down there, you basically are dead. You can't do anything. A little bit of ammo scattered throughout the map. And more dialogue. You can pause it and read the dialogue, but I'm not going to read it. I should have said this at the beginning, but you should probably play the map before you watch this, if you're interested in playing it, that is. Here I did put guys inside the walls that make noises, and it adds kind of a creepy, eerie feeling to the cave so that you know something's not quite right. Oh, and that guy respawned. Let's just ignore him. And here you got experiment, really random number, and the best melee in the game, machete. Or just about, I should say. Here we've got this guy, which is probably the most difficult enemy in the game, other than maybe the main boss. You have to shoot at a weird spot in order to actually hit him. I'm burning through ammo, that's okay. So in here, excuse me, there's a bunch of little rooms that you can't open, but once you press this, it opens. There's nothing in there, but in here, you get yourself a nice Barrett. So that's a really good gun. There's buttons so that you can get out, but you just can't get in without the button. Yeah, see, that should work. But it didn't. Oh. I died once. I mean, I died quite a bit in this area just because of these guys. Go open the doors again. Yeah, so there's just ammo in here. Was it worth it? Not really. Because you die all the time. It's kind of just a good thing if you can fight it, but if you die like I just did, then it's not. No, you have to go and get your stuff. I'll be back with my stuff and collect my thoughts. There we go. Get all my stuff real quick before they respawn. Okay. Let's open this back up. Oh, you piece of garbage. So, let me reorganize my inventory. I died to them last time I played. They are supposed to be pretty annoying and not really worth messing with, but I thought since I was pretty well equipped I could mess with them. I was wrong. Okay. Should be a little bit better now. There is something in here. It's a medic bag, and the guy in here is pretty easy to ignore. I think if I'm fast enough, I can beat the doors. Here we go. So here we have strong. That steak I had is gone, but that's okay. You're supposed to hire him. Well, you're not supposed to. You can if you keep it. So the cave continues here, and I decided that the boss fight would be coming up before too long, and kind of wanted a few jump scare type things, but not that scary really. Just more just annoying than anything. As you can see, it's pretty annoying. And to knock your health down before you get to this guy. So the boss fight is right in here. And okay, that's not usually how it works, but you can cheese it a little bit there, but you also die pretty easily there. So you're supposed to take out all of his minions before you take out him, and for whatever reason he doesn't see you, and once he does, it does a lot of damage. So you heal up. That's why there's a medic kit here. And there's ammo here usually, but I guess it got blown up. But because he is knocked back, that was kind of a hard decision to make, because I didn't want him to be flying around that much. But then he just gets he just stays here, and he's really easy to attack. Okay, so now we're moving on to the last little bit. Now this place was fun to design because I wanted it to look like a city, but without having to put all that effort in, because let's face it, cities are kind of annoying to make. So what I did was I copied the same building and just made it different heights and different block types, and it worked out really well. I think it looks pretty nice. Let's get a couple of these. So this part's kind of annoying because you've got these guys all scattered, like they're just everywhere through the city. Let's just take them out with this. Okay, there we go. These guys, I'm surprised they don't see me, but I'm glad that they don't. Oh, there we go. These guys. How did that miss? There we go. So once you attack all these guys, you're supposed to just jump from building to building. Kind of just parachute down a couple times, which is kind of a cool thing to do. There's no guy in here, but there's also a Glock, so that's cool. And I'm going to try to find the set of armor. There's a set of armor in this city that is really almost essential for the final boss fight. I bet you could do it without it, but oh, that was not smart. I think there's a piece here. There we go. Helmet. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on, even though it slows me down. There we go. There we go. These guys are just everywhere because it's supposed to be a training city, so you probably saw in the dialogue. feel like there's something back there. Snipers do the most damage, but they shoot really slow. So these guys are not guarding anything. Okay, for some reason I thought they were. Okay, reload. So you can see how much more difficult it would be if you didn't buy anything to start with. Although if you could aim, maybe it wouldn't be too bad. This is supposed to give me boots. So I'm just going to sit here and reload real quick. The city really only took probably 3 hours to make. It was really quick. I mean, maybe more than that, but I think it turned out well for the very minimal amount of time I put into it. And it really doesn't need to be that good looking because you don't stay that long in it anyways. There we go. Oh, it wasn't even boots. It was much better. So there's more guys. We're at the very end here, I believe, or just one more guy, I should say. And then between one of these, there's okay, so we're out of ammo there. And someone sniped me. That was pretty cool. So if you have all of these on, you can do a lot of damage. Or not a lot of damage. You can resist a lot of damage, I should say. They are very nice to have. Hey. So yeah, you can see how much more beneficial that is. Let's go in here. Do I need... Okay, I'm going to buy a few of these Beta C because the best gun in the game uses them, and, well, that's what I'm going to use is the best gun. Okay, for some reason I was dual wielding there. I got to keep this. We're out of that ammo too. Now, was there anything in here? I can't... No, there isn't. Okay. We'll do one more room, and then we'll actually go on to the actual place where we're supposed to go. So you can see how much gameplay I added for very little amount of time spent. It was good return on an investment. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay, we've got the pants, and I guess I totally lied. We have to do one more, and this one is absolutely essential to the mission because it gives us the best gun in the game. I guess, arguably, at the very end, the final boss drops a minigun, but that's kind of not really that good at that point. Okay, here we go. The scar. Oh, it already has that. So I'm gonna just dump out this guy. And I don't need that either. Oh, I thought that was unloaded. So this map, probably half an hour average gameplay time, like just one run. If you need more runs though, you can easily make that much greater, much smaller. can keep that. Actually, I want the Juggernaut pants because, yeah, it makes me really, really strong, but at the cost of weighing a lot. So the Scar is going to be fine. Everything else we just dump in here. We don't really need. Okay. That was weird. Oh, no, he's still dead. They're still not alive. That's... Both of those sentences were incorrect. Okay, does this have a foregrip? Oh, right there. I thought it did. No, it doesn't. Okay, good. I thought I brought it for something. I can't remember. There we go. So now it's really good. So this area is just underground special, like a train, subway. And it's just a lead up to the boss fight, really. And you can see just how easy that is to with this gun, although you are really slow. Do I have to open this? Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, I mean, it's just rips right through people. Here we've got a sniper fight, which is fun. Now I think they're all gonna get mad at me after I shot him. Yeah. Okay, hopefully I'm hitting more than one. And I'm out of bullets. Okay, so... And I think that's it. So the whole point of this map, that second area with the creepers, is supposed to be experimental lab, I don't know. But the idea was that they infuse soldiers with like creeper essence that makes them more strong. But I mean, it's supposed to be real vague. You come to that conclusion yourself. Man, look, all these loot. So, sorry, I had to get another drink. This is the final boss fight. It's pretty difficult if you're not equipped, which, I mean, I'm equipped, so. And watch me lose now that I said that. I'll go into creative and kind of just look at the design after I defeat it. So the point is that you've got one of all of the different soldier types, and they're all really double damage, attack faster, more annoying. Double health. So the doctor you probably want to take out. And see, like, you still can take quite a bit of damage. Yeah. Okay. Shotguns don't at range at all, which doesn't make sense. Okay. So, it's not too hard of a fight. Especially with the Scar. You have 800 damage one clip, so you get this USB stick and a minigun, and let me switch it to, that's not how you do it, up into LAN, so they don't attack me. Yeah, I went for a kind of a cool, really tech, rusty pipes all over the place aesthetic, and I think it worked out pretty well. Originally I think I was going to have everybody climb up each of these, but then that would be a really long fight and not be very fun, because you just keep getting knocked off the ladder. So there's a final area with me in it. Oh yeah, you get this armor if you have enough. and you keep your inventory if you play again. I'm going to actually just clear it. So that's Creeper Bunker. Have a run for it yourself. I had to do this. This is a funny, actually, little thing. Because if you had hired anybody, they wouldn't show up till later because they only teleport to you if they're loaded in a chunk, which is kind of annoying. But that's custom NPCs. It's kind of outdated mod anyways. I just wanted to use it to say that I used it, I guess. But yeah, this map was fun to make, and have a run for it yourself if you think you can beat it first try, like I didn't. Even if I cheated in stuff, I'm still not good enough at the map. I got glitched on there. And if you don't know how to download mods and stuff, I've got a tutorial for that. That's, I think, linked to the Planet Minecraft download. So you can check that out too if you need help with it. I think if you get really bored, you can play with the Flans mod items. And you can just play around with them for a long time. But as always, thanks for watching,